Qué grasa. Welcome back, modifiers. Daniel here. We are day 2 onto the Golf. So yesterday I picked it up, and today we got to go through all of this and pretty much get the whole thing back together because it was fully stripped, like completely stripped. So it's like a big Lego jigsaw puzzle type thing. So any of you only good at that? You want to come play a game? Anyway, we're just having a quick look at the starter motor because this thing, like the original engine, struggled to start. So kind of hoping that thing's f***ed. But anyway, let's get this day sorted. Got the new clutch in, the box back on, and the old man rebuilt the starter motor. And this thing cranks perfectly fine. It does now. So it may have had an issue before, but now it cranks nicely. So let's do a compression test, then we'll do a leak down test, and from there, if that's all good, this thing goes back in the hole. We've got the engine all buttoned up. Basically, this actually is the original one, and what was wrong with it was the starter motor was, a couple of the brushes in the starter motor were like dislodged, so when you tried starting it, it was like it was a dead battery. But that's been fixed, put it all back together, we've turned it over, it turns over mint. It's got really good compression, everything looks very tidy, so this engine's going back in its hole and we're pretty much ready to do that. So just clearing the space and then we'll get this back in there and we'll have ourselves a driving Golf very soon. The only thing stopping us from getting this back in is an exhaust gasket, and I'm not going to be able to get a factory exhaust gasket today or tomorrow, so we just boosted down to Repco just before they close in the nick of time. Please don't close, Repco, I'm coming. I need you. Stay open, bro. I got like a couple of minutes. We got this. And picked up some of their reinforced gasket, which is good for exhaust gaskets and stuff. And made the template. And now we're just going to try and press out some bolt holes and cut that middle bit out, and we should be good to go. Nope, just popped. That's what we want. Look at that. That's a nice hole.
Too small. What's that one there?
That one?
That. Ooh, I think that's the winner.
Okay, do you want me to sharpen it? In the jaws. But it will, this is fucking hard one-handed. It will go.
Would you like me to hold the...
No, I need to practice. This is the vlogging lifestyle, I think. Okay. I do have a tripod. Just use it, really. Oh, that's stainless.
That's it.
That popped.
That popped. Come on.
Right, just have a look. So is this where I edit it out if it doesn't fit?
No. Leave it in. It's only got a gate.
Beautiful.
Crossed there and works. It's lovely.
That's brilliant. That's perfect.
No
That's exactly
problem at all.
Right, we'll get the engine in the hole now. She is back in and clean. Look at that. That looks damn tidy. Just giving the car a quick clean. Almost ready for its new owner. So, looking good. Just got to go pick up a battery, put the plastics on, put the bumper back on. I'm probably going to have to do 2 wheel bearings on the front because they're a little bit nasty. Other than that, happy as.
Oh my god, look at that Golf. I want to buy that Golf.
Oh, you want to buy it?
I want to buy the Golf.
I'll do you a deal, man. You clean the shop, you can have the Golf. I can't quite remember where we left off, but anyway, the Golf's in and running, and yeah, it's actually giving it a bit of a clean, a bit of a tidy up. Check out this engine bay. Look at that. Is that not just gorgeous, or what? It's just gorgeous. So clean, like, could eat off it, mate. Could eat off it. Anyway, so So we have a couple of things to sort out on this. The wheel bearings in the front, both of them are completely shot. There's so much movement in this thing. So I need to go get some bearings. We're going to go do that now. Yeah, and then we should be good. It's had a full service and it's looking good. I really like it. This is like Stockholm syndrome. I'm pretty sure. I keep saying I'm starting to really like these cars, and then I keep saying I don't want another one. Maybe it'll just become a golf thing. I don't know. It might just become a thing where we just do golfs. Who knows? But anyway, let's go get these wheel bearings so I can get this car done. The VW has nice new bearings, but they're smaller than the original ones, so they're the wrong ones. So I'm not putting in bearings tonight, which was a really part of the plan, to get the bearings in, get the things moving, but things don't always go to plan, so you kind of just have to wing it and go with it. So there it is, guts out. Real straightforward to get the hub off, just undo the bolts, bang the fella off. Off it comes. The Navara has a water leak, which I need to put a new gasket in for, so I'm not driving that at the moment, and it's got old engines in the back of it, which that's fine, that's all good. Skyline's got no warrant, and ball tyres, go figure. And I have new wheels and tyres for it, but they are mid. I got new tyres over there, but they are mid getting prepped and painted. I don't know, yeah, you can kind of see it. They're the Enki. They're the Enki Cert Class Beckars that I'm actually quite keen on. So they need to get painted and I need to swap tyres and stuff. But yeah, so I can't go get a warrant on the Skyline. I can still drive it though, I guess. Anyway, I just went out of warrant. Anyway, yeah, and the BMW will be coming out and we're moving up here and getting back to working on that. Yeah, so lots of things going on at the moment. Basically, this is me full time now, and it has been for a while. So I'm going to try and do like the vloggy stuff on YouTube, get a bit more content out. Like a lot happens during the day, and a lot of the time I'm like under the pump. My arm is going dead. Like a lot of the time I'm under the pump, I'm just trying to get stuff done. So I forget to film like a lot of stuff, which is really annoying because there's some seriously weird shit that happens in my life. I don't know why. It's just me. I just like golfs. I don't know. Just attract weird shit. Anyway, maybe weird people attract weird things. That's probably what it is. So yeah, RX-7, as you can see, is like not here anymore. My brother's got that back. He's going to carry on and do his bit with that. We may see it in the future. Not sure at this point. Looking for the next car to sort of fix and do up. It could be a Mini at this point. Not sure. But really looking forward to getting the BMW out and carrying on with that, because we've got a whole lot of work to do with that, especially body work, like a lot of body work. But yeah. Good morning, everybody. What do we have today? We are going to pick up another car today. It's a Audi S4, the V8 one, 4.2. Got it at a fairly good price. There's going to be problems with it. I don't know what. So yeah, just had to get some stuff sorted out this morning. Been busy, man. Check this out. So we've got all of the stuff I wanted to get off the old Golf motor. So that's for sale. Got coils and all sorts. So selling that stuff. And then we've got to go and dump it all. So I'm going to have a quick cup of coffee. We're going to go jump in the Navara, which is running now because I just chucked in basically all the bits that were broken. Yeah, let's get to it. Let's go dump off some scrap and we'll be heading off to Tauranga. All right, I'm back at the shop. We just went and dumped some of the old engines. They're pretty much short blocks because I pulled everything off of them. Got, yeah, some pretty good money, I think. So what do we get? We got $57.90. Yeah, it's all good. Nearly a full tank of diesel, yeah, that's all good. There's cash money there. Woo, scrap money. Just need to go ahead and make sure I've got everything in the ute. So I need tie downs, tools, a shitload of water, because in case something happens, some oil, because you never know what happens on these trips. I want to be prepared. What else? What else do we need? I think that's about it. Got the Skyline in the shop at the moment, but it's so dirty, I need to clean it. But I keep putting myself off from cleaning it because I'm going to whip the wheels off and put the new wheels on soon, so, well, am I? If I get them done, they're just chilling up here. So, I need to get them finished. need to get them finished. So I can get this thing looking hot. Got the springs. Springs are sitting down here. So springs are here. I just need to find a time. Does someone want to come and paint my wheels and lower my car for beers or coffee or something? Yeah, work it out. What's up, bro?
I call it Audi.
Oh fuck, go pick up the muckles.
Yeah, bro.
What's this place called anyway?
Oto.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
We're on a cultural journey.
Though, eh?
Yeah.
She won't answer. This is karma though. It is. I'll tell you why in a minute. She ain't gonna answer. No, what am I wanted to spend money. Hello? Hello?
Just leave a message after the tone, then hang up or press the hash.
So what happened?
Oh, she hasn't even got the balls to answer the phone. What?
Tell us what happened.
Oh man. So I bought this Audi. Well, I had an agreement to buy this Audi, and we're on the way, packed, ready to go. Got this thing sorted today. Went and bought walkie-talkies and shit, and like loaded the car up. We got food. We got munchies in the back, bro. We just road trip somewhere. Oh my god. And we just sat in traffic, and she just texts me, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I've sold the car for more to someone else, more than what it was even listed for," which is bullshit. So now we're turning around. I'm trying to call her, but she's not answering, which is understandable.
Yeah, I
but
wouldn't either.
no, because she's probably like, this gonna be pissed. Which I'm not, because that happens, and it's karma because I had an agreement to sell my jet ski to someone, and someone came and bought it like that day, and I like literally just came and bought it, and I called them and they were pissed. So this is karma for me. So all good. Gonna take that karma and shove it up someone's ass another day, because it just goes around in circles. So
Yeah.
damn. So we're not picking up an Audi S4. I'm gutted, which means I need to go and find another car, because that was my flip. What? Now I can't pay bills.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Oh no. Oh well, that was Jordan. Thank you so much for driving through fucking traffic to come out and head to eat. Should we just go have some dinner or something? I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Fuck. Well, that was a complete fail. It kind of sucks, but anyway, we're gonna move on. So it's a couple days later, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull the Skyline in, because I want to lower it a bit. Got the wheels, they're drying over here. Yeah, so it's time to flick the Skyline on. I'm not going to do anything more with it, because I can't bring myself to tear it apart and destroy such a tidy car. So basically, I'm going to put the wheels on, lower it, or lower it, then put the wheels on, and then list it, and I might do a review on it, because I really like it. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to start with the rear because it's the hardest. So I'm going to get the rear seats out, and hopefully I can undo the bolts without taking out this parcel tray, because I put these 6x9s in, and as you'll see there's a screw missing there, because you just cannot get to it without murdering someone. And that one there is the only back one, and it's still hard to get to. So hopefully I don't have to mess with that. I'm hoping, but we'll see. Right, we have got out the bolts. There's not much room in the back of a Skyline for someone of my caliber. Anyway, so seats out. Bottom ones is two 12mm bolts on either side there, and a 10mm bolt on either side for the top half of the seat. And then that just goes up and then out. There's a hook there, there, and a hook there. Right, so I've been able to get out without taking my push off out, which is good. So, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bolt there and a bolt down here. That one there, a 12mm. I used a 12mm, just normal 12mm spanner to break it, and then use the ratchet to undo it. You can't get a socket on it. And the other one was just 12mm socket on an extension, deep socket. And they're out. The fronts are easy, they're just 14s. So if I lift this now, they'll just pop out. Anyway, but besides that, it's lunchtime, so we're gonna get some lunch. Yes, lunch. What is it? Woo! Ooh, it's butter chicken. Gotta love it. Lunch is done. Let's get back to this thing. So all the bolts are out the top of the struts. So I'm gonna lift it up and they'll probably drop out a bit. And then we can pull the struts out, replace the springs and put them back in. Well, and that's the rear. So it's just the 2 bolts at the top and the one on the bottom of the leg, which is right there, 17. And then it just falls out, so mind your hands. Put that spring apart, put the new spring on. When you're putting in your new lowered springs, generally you don't need spring compressors to put the springs back in. They should sit, depending on what car you've got on the spring, but they should sit perfectly fine there and you can get the top hat on. But to pull them apart, especially factory springs, these are under a lot of tension. Now you could undo this top bolt and run. I don't suggest it, but it's up to you. Get yourself a cheap set of spring compressors. This is actually a really nice set. They hook around the spring. You can get the other cheap ones, which is like just the claws aren't that great, but they still work. Just gotta be careful with them because ain't nobody want to get a spring to the face. Anyway, you get the point. We'll get the spring loose, then we'll take the top nut off. Yeah, so you can kind of see why you don't want to fire that off without compressing them, because that's them just chilling, and the nut was all the way down here, so that's like huge amounts of pressure. That would defo hurt. Although you can do it and run, but don't. Just as I thought, I was able to just push down on the spring a bit and get the top nut back on, do that up. That's all nice and seated. I'm just going to give that a bit of a clean and throw that back in the hole. That spring is done. Right, all back in. I just have to do the nuts up at the top, but it's just that one and the bottom here. Yeah, rinse and repeat. Shout out to the legend at Cheap Tyres East Auckland. He got these done and mounted and balanced like at 4:20 for me. So got the front on, just gonna carry on putting the rest on and we'll go take it for a roll. All right, well, I best reveal it to you. Here she is. Well, there you go, she's looking good. That's pretty much all I want to do to her though, because I bought the Skyline thinking that I was going to go pretty crazy and modify it and get some serious boost out of it. But when I got this one, it's so clean that I just did not want to touch it. So all I've done is lowered it on HKS lowering springs and put the wheels on. I put a HKS pod filter in. I've still got the original panel filter. It came with that exhaust. Otherwise, oh, and I put a good alarm in and speakers and a sound system. Otherwise, she's pretty stock and very clean. Like, you got to see it to believe it. Yeah, so I'm gonna sell it, and then I'm gonna go and buy a ratty RFB so I can go and just destroy the hell out of that thing. I just can't justify ruining this car. So whoever buys it, if you want to do that, that's cool, but well, it's not. It is, but anyway. That's not me doing it, so yeah. Anyway, let's go get this back to the shop and get this back inside. This could be like one of the last times I'm driving this, because it's pretty much gonna sit in the garage, I'd say. Those springs feel good. Like, they're not harsh, but they're not. They're not. You know, they're not harsh, but they're definitely there. You can feel them. So I think they're like an HKS low. Oh, this thing is so healthy, it pulls so well and sounds amazing. So it's still got the Japanese exhaust on it. It's like a Fuji Sobo or something like that, and it's got a resonator and a muffler, so it's not super loud, but it's still pretty good. You could always put in a bypass for the muffler, or even just take the muffler off, or chuck on, cut out the resonator, just put a straight pipe, it'll sound quite cool. Oh, I love that. Anyway, let's get back to the shop. Alright, I'm gonna have to end, okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to end today's video here. car's back at home. I'm gonna go take it for a warrant tomorrow. I got some searching for some cars to do. We need to get some parts and bits and pieces, so it's gonna be another busy night just trawling the internet. Yeah, otherwise I'm quite stoked with the rims and how they look. The car looks pretty clean, like I think it's a good height. I got in my driveway without scraping it, so it's got to be good. Anyway guys, don't please forget to like, subscribe and comment. I'll see you in the next one. Also check out my Insta, which is there'll be a link down below, but it's modify_die_YT, something like that. I'll link it. Anyway, peace out.
Just